Okay, now we are live here. We're just joining in Project Cars Racing Club, um, the vintage type B prototype cars, and we're looking at qualifying runs right now. We're looking at Cyborg. I have to say this is going to be really, I was talking to the drivers, this is going to be a really interesting race here. Let's go ahead and scroll it over to times and see where we're at on our times here. And right now, well, we're right here at the beginning of this. Nobody's laid down a lap yet, so we get to see it all here. You know, we have BT Performance, Lucky Boom, No One Batman, Miami Guru, Sledgehammer, and Cyborg. And I do believe I think there's two more drivers out there that has not went out on the racetrack yet. Let's jump over to PT. Well, we'll put that back up in a little bit when we get some laps put down. Our first lap is put out there by Sledge at 1 minute and 30 seconds. And right now we're following Lucky Boom. That car looks really, really tight in that turn, which is a good thing on this track because these Type B prototype cars are very loose. There's very little bit of downforce on these cars. And Cyborg lays down his first lap at 1 minute and 32 seconds. You gotta figure the first 2-3 laps of this qualifying, their tires are really cold. We'll see those times get down probably 128. Maybe even see a 127. Let's keep it right here with Lucky Boom, see what he puts down. He'll be in his second lap out. The tires are just now coming up to temperature. Like I said, it does not look like he's getting loose at all, so he has a very good chance of getting here a good qualifying run for this race today. I was watching them practice earlier, and the rear end was sliding out, and I was like, wow, this is going to be an interesting race, but it looks like they got the cars all dialed in. Well, at least Lucky Boom has his car dialed in. And we're just going to see what kind of lap he brings to us. Right now it looks like Miami Guru's lap was invalid. Miami Guru put down a lap of 141. Yeah, I love the way those cars sound. Well, I say that in every race because every car I think really sounds good. Now the old muscle cars is what I really like. Well, I see Formula Crowd is on. I'll see if he wants to come in and co-commentate with me. Give him a couple minutes to get up and going, and then I'm gonna invite him in here and not tell him. Well, I'll tell him when he gets in, but he won't know that I'm spectating, accommodating, and calling this race today. Lucky Boom laid down at 133, and it looks like Miami Guru's at a 129. And we're going to scroll over to OTA, which is at a 133. Car got a little bit loose there for him. Let's go over to PT Performance, see how he's doing. His red number 22 car. Looks like Miami Guru's jump back down into the pits as we see what Performance is going to put out. Yeah, it looks like that car is sliding a little bit on the turns. I'm sure he still has really cold tires. Whoa, takes it a little wide there, but he recovers from it. Whoa, takes out that pylon. Who needs that? That's just like decoration in a racetrack, right? And it looks like OTA is pulled in a 133. And PT's the last one to put down a qualifying lap. And he throws down a 129. So right now, One No Batman has 128. Let's go ahead and while I'm reading this off, let's go ahead and put up the times so you guys can see where it's at. We have a 128 for No One Batman. Miami Guru's at a 129.3. PT Performance is at a 129.9. And obviously you guys can read this too. I just need something to say. In any case, Sledge is at a 1.3.4. Cyborg's a 130.5, Lackey Boom's a 131.2, and rounding up 7th place is OTA at 133.37. So as we're sitting here running right now, we have No One Batman in first place at a blazing minute and 28 seconds, and he just improved by a couple tenths of a second. Well, up here to Batman, see what he's doing here. So you guys can see a little bit of what their engine and what their car is doing. Here we go. And he is driving in red number 4. And there you go. Now we'll jump over to Miami Guru, see what he's doing here. Oh God, you know, beige type, greenish looking car. Number 32. See what kind of speeds he's getting here as he goes off into the grass a little bit. And we are getting ready for a really exciting race here, because look at those times. They're all within 1 to 2 seconds of each other, with the exception of 7th place car, but he's probably just having a tough qualifying run. We'll see if Miami Guru can't. Oh, and Sledge just pulls out a 129.1 to take 2nd place away from Miami Guru. And we have a car out here. It looks like Sledgehammer went a little too wide. Sure looks like Sledge is overdriving that car just a little bit. He'd probably relax here in a little bit. You know, when you first get out on that racetrack, your nerves are really, you know, trying to hit all your marks in the right places. In any case, we're going to go back to Miami Guru and see if he can, as he's turning into the last couple turns, see if he can't pull out a better time than Sledge. Looks like Miami Guru has went back to the pits, and as we go down that long straightaway right before the S turns, and Miami Guru takes first place by 0.05 tenths of a second. As you slide the car around, one of those little victory slider was you trying to get a little bit better. So let's go back. I almost guarantee that brings some no Batman back out onto the racetrack, and Miami Guru's around. Probably going to go in and get some new tires, see if he can't go back out there. And we're going to go over to Cyborg, see what Cyborg's doing. Right there, Cyborg was at about a 150. We'll see what he tops out, because Miami Guru, I think, topped out at 160 down that longest straightaway. And I do want to say right now, shout out to Project Cars Racing Club for holding this race. You know, and we are sponsoring this race. SBGH is the one broadcasting it. And then if you guys are into NASCAR, we're also involved with D4C on the NASCAR. It usually runs, I do believe, Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. You know, you can look at this channel, which is twitch.tv/SBGAMING. Obviously, you guys are here, but for anybody that views us on our Facebook and or YouTube, I will be, if you're interested in what we're doing here, interested in watching races, join our Facebook, because I will be sending messages out to Facebook every time we broadcast. And there again, that's Shatterbone Game Hosting. Okay, back to this. It looks like Cyborg is Still running a 130.1, which is 0.6 of a second behind Lackey Boom. Now OTA has just pulled down a 129.8. Seems like he got a little bit more comfortable in that car as we're riding along with Cyborg. We're just going to sit here and watch just for a little bit. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and shut off my party overlay so that don't get interrupted with race director's suite up there. And if you're just now joining us, we are right in the middle of qualifying here at Silverstone GP, historic GP, and the prototype B cars. And we're riding along with Cyborg right now. And he pulled out a 129.4, puts him up to 5th position. So right now, we've closed the gap. Our fastest time is 128.2, and our slowest time is 129.8, which gives you about a 1.5 seconds gap between first and last place car on this qualifying run. Now we're going to go ahead and jump over here to Miami Guru since he's back out there. Whoa, and it looks like he got into the wall. Go over here to Batman, see what Batman's doing here. And at this time, I'm going to take a 1-minute intermission. Just go ahead and enjoy the 1 minute of not having to hear me talk. And I'll be right back after these messages. And as I come back, it does look like Sledge has... Oh, Sledge had the lead for a second, but now it's PT Performance at a 127.1. Sledge was at a 127.8. Miami Guru is at a 128.2. Batman is at... Whoa, into the wall really hard there. Batman is at a 128.278. Cyborg's at a 128.886. Lackey Boom's at a 129.571. And OTA is at a 129.838. And it looks like they're all in the pits with the exception of PT Performance and OTA. And we have 2 minutes left of this qualifying run. And then tell you a little bit about our race here. We are scheduled for 50 minutes here on Project Cars 2. This race is brought to you by Project Cars Racing Club. The host of this party today would be One No Batman. You know, some really top-notch drivers here that we are going to be following. You know, at these times, we're looking for a really exciting race. You know, it's scheduled to last for 50 minutes, which probably take them about 25 laps to get that done. And after the time runs out, everybody has a chance to finish their lap, and then we'll just see who is in the leader at this time. And I'm going to check my audio, make sure that we can hear each other just fine. Getting ready for race to happen. And if you're just now joining us, I do say number one qualifying position is PT Performance. And second place is Sledge. Third place is Miami Guru. Fourth place is No One Batman. Fifth place is Cyborg. Sixth place is Lackey Boom. And seventh place is OTA. Oh, a little bit of background noise. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm just testing to make sure that my voice is being heard, which I'm sure it is. Well, you know, funny I say that because the first time I broadcasted, it was, I broadcast the whole race and forgot to check to see if my audio was included and did not hear myself. And I do believe I am being heard. Okay, there goes qualifying. And now you're hearing me in the background there because I was testing the audio. But now we're about ready to go live. What they are going to do is I'm going to break away. I need to communicate with Batman as far as when they want me to start this race. So we're going to send a message over his way. We're just going to say, because I am the race host as far as Project Cars. I'll say send me a start message. Oops. There we go. And we'll see what Cyborg had to say about that. And to say? 5-minute break, start 8 minutes after the hour. Well, that's not a 5-minute break if it's already 5 minutes after the hour. I like my idea a little bit better. Well, welcome viewers. We are here waiting to start this 15-minute race at Silverstone Classic GP. And our running order, pole position was taken by PT Performance, as you can see this. Sledgehammer second, Miami Guru, No One Batman, SBGH Cyborg, OTA, and Lackey Boom would be your running order. And we are in the process of building a web page for SBGH. And that would be SBGAMING.com. The web page is not up yet, where it's right in the middle of construction and getting developed. But you'll be able to log in there and see all the different game hosting that we are doing and the live streams. You can also look us up on YouTube and Twitch, which you guys are viewing right now. We also have a Facebook page, Shatterbone Game Hosting. Look us up, shoot me a friend in request, and we'll get you there. And we're gonna wait for a message for them to start. Oops, misspelled start, didn't I? We'll send it over to Cyborg. Welcome viewers. If you're just now joining in, what we're doing is getting ready for the race to start. They wanted to start it at 8 after, but I don't want to start it before everybody's ready if somebody ain't back, or my 8 hour after might be a little different than their 8 hour. 5-minute break. They're probably biting at the chump, but well, we just got invited in over there, so I'm going to jump over there. And we're live here with the racers in hand.
Yo, Big D.
Yes.
Normally, I have to restart.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going back out, I guess. You want to set the lobby up again, just like qualifying then?
Yeah, you want to do a 25-minute qualifier again?
No, just the race.
Just the race? Okay. And you guys will do a pace lap, line up in this order?
That's right.
Okay. Let me do this. So therefore...
I sent an invite to the party.
So we are going to do that, and if for you viewers there, what we're doing is somebody booted out, so therefore we're going to restart it, just race, so you're going to have one pace lap.
Yes. Me again. Let's get back to the
So what we're going to do, so all we did was get rid of the qualifying. And everything else is the same. I'll make sure that it's still on private. It is. You know how that Project Cars sometimes just switches numbers without you even knowing about it.
No, no, we're up one qualifying. We're just going to do a formation lap. That's
All right.
yeah. I got a screenshot of where I had that.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Call underneath.
Race director. Okay, invites are going out right now.
Good stuff.
There we go. I will send one more just in case somebody don't get it.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I think in the future, No One Batman, when we do that and I'm in a different party, because I realize you guys do an intermission, just send me a message next time when you want the race started, and I would click continue. I know I misspelled a couple words there because I was doing it real quick, but yeah, I think that was because I'm like 8 after the hour. Okay, is that my 8 after or your 8 after, Cyborg?
It's just 8 after.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then when everybody gets ready, I'll start this and I'll jump back over there to my own little party and we'll get this, you know, and you guys are live on our broadcast right now. So if anybody wants to shout out to anybody, to our viewers out there, right now we have 3 viewers. 3 right now, yeah.
You put a message up
SBGH in the house.
You want to do that real quick, Cyborg? You're a lot better with those clubs.
What's that?
Put a message out there.
Really paying attention.
Put up.
Oh,
Yeah, because we are going to be, this will be put over to the YouTube channel. And I did send out a Facebook message that we're live right now. So, we're just waiting for one more. As soon as I get the okay to start it, then I'll back out.
yeah, man. Wow.
Hello, Dad's Taxi Service.
Damn. As soon as we
You ready? No, not everybody's checked up.
hold on. Just waiting on Dad and Batman. Yeah. He got second qualifying. He is. Yeah, he is on a controller, Dad. So you might have to adjust your steering ratio. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
We're all readied up. We ready to go live? So OTA, you got me? Okay, cool. I didn't hear you I didn't see you in the chat party. Okay, everybody ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you guys go. Have a fun race.
Wait for Batman. Wait for Batman to call you out. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Rain? No, I'm just kidding.
There you go, viewers. That was a little insight of sometimes project cars just don't want to work properly for us, and what we'll do is go back into another party. And the reason why I put myself up in the party, in case another driver lags out and he wants to come in and talk about what his experience was, I'll already have the party going. Party controls, make invite only. And we are live here at Silverstone Classic GP. Now, I don't know if everybody caught what's going to happen, but basically they're not going green on the first lap. They're going to do one pace lap, line up, and go green on the second lap. So what you're going to see is they're all going to sit there, and no Batman will call people out to go in a running order. Odds are they're going to have a single file restart, and we're about ready to get this race going. It don't look like they're moving. I'm going to jump over here and... Cool, we got a thumbs up from Timework. So we'll just sit here and wait for them to get going, and there we go. Like I said, no Batman's going to call out the running order, and then they're going to line up. They're going to do quick lap in order to warm up their tires and get in the running order, and then we'll go green on lap 2. We're going to go to track side view. That'll roughly put us at about 48 minutes time we go green. We're riding along right now with Miami Guru. Let's jump up here to first place car so we can see the start of this race. You know, one advantage of doing that pace lap like that is they get their tires a little bit warm, and there'll be less squirreliness in these cars. Come over here, put on a little mini map so we can see exactly where everybody's at on the track as well. Even though it's just little dots, we get to see how fanned out they get. And we're about ready to go green here. We're in for an exciting all these cars are within a second and a half of each other in qualifying, if you guys were here for qualifying. And we're going to see some exciting racing here at the front, middle, and back of this pack. And they're slowing up. They're getting ready to go green. After this turn, they're going to take it across the finish line. And we're about ready to go. As Daryl Waltrip would say, boogity, 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 boys, let's go racing. And we're off and going down the first straightaway going into turn 1. Number 22 car, which is PT Performance, has the lead, followed up by Sledge. Going into turn 2, looks like they got a clean start of things. And they're about ready to enter in the sharp right turn. Looks like Sledge got a little loose there, but he was able to correct it. And PT Performance is still in the lead with about 2 car length lead. And that's followed up by Miami Guru. Top 3 drivers has pulled away for a little bit of the pack. We'll see if they can't just run away with this field. And as we go down the straightaway, it sure looks like that PT Performance has a car that's going to win this race, but we'll never know. You never know when that car gets a little bit loose and will come out on you. And we are going to jump back to Batman, see where he's at, and see he's the leader of the second pack there. And as we go into that sharp right turn, the S turns, it looks like OTA got a little loose there, but he was able to correct it. And we have a really tight race for second place. We're going to jump to Miami Guru and Sledge. Looks like they're within 1/10 of a second, or half a second within each other. Where fourth place Batman is 2 seconds behind them. We're going to keep it here and watch this race unfold here. See if Miami Guru has anything for Sledge. And we're coming up on 45 minutes to go on this race. Well, the race just begun, but it's still 45 minutes to go. I appreciate all you viewers joining in and watching us. There again, we are at Silverstone Classic GP and the Prototype B cars. Looks like Miami got really loose there, but he was able to save it. And Sledge looks like he's catching up to the first place driver. Let's go up to Sledge and see if he has anything for PT Performance. And as they head down the back straightaway right before the S turn, which they are topping out at about 155, 160 miles an hour to get that car slowed down to go through the S turn. And they are down the front straightaway. And it looks like PT Performance has, Sledge took the lead. Wow, I missed, oh no, I'm watching Sledge. Sledge is, sorry about that. Sledge is 0.8 seconds behind the first place driver. And we're keeping it right here with the one car, see if he has anything for PT Performance. And Miami Guru looks like he caught up to Sledge. And we're going to jump back here. It looks like OTA got a time penalty, track limit. And Batman just, Sector 3 was his fastest time in 15 seconds. We're going to jump back here to Cyborg, see if he has anything for OTA here. Let those leaders battle it out while we look at 5th and 6th place. Lackey Boom is back there. He's probably just sitting back there, we never count out any one of these drivers. It doesn't matter where they're at. Even the last place has a chance to win this because they are that competitive. And it looks like Cyborg is 1.5 seconds behind OTA, and we're going to jump back up here to second and third place car because they are Miami Guru has caught Sledge, and he's about ready to battle him, see if he can put his nose to the inside of one of these turns to get Sledge a little loose to take him there. Sure looks like Miami came in really good in that corner and gained a little bit of track position on Sledge. And as they go down the straightaway right before the two long sweeping right turns, at this time, give a little shout out to Project Cars Racing Club. They're the ones that are putting on this event, and it's being broadcasted by Shatterbone Game Hosting. And Miami Guru is still not really gaining any position, but not losing any time. There's still a half-second gap between the two. And we have not seen a caution. Miami gets a little loose there, but he was able to correct it. And we're going to jump up here and we're going to go through the running order. We're going to put it to in-car camera. And we're going to jump up here to first place car, PT Performance, which is always a top performer in Project Cars Racing Club. Well, they all are for the most part. That's what makes them one of the fastest growing racing clubs on Xbox. And, you know, he's just driving that car really smooth. And now we're going to jump back to Miami Guru. Looks like they are racing side by side with Sledge. And now it's Sledge that is second place. Miami took it there for a little bit. And he has a really fast running car there. Well, what we'll do here, to make it a little bit more interesting, is we'll put up a little telemetry for you guys to see. And we'll just jump back here to Miami Guru. As you see, they're topping at about 140 in there. And it looks like Sledge is creeping up on PT Performance. And if he gets a little bit closer, we'll break away and go watch that race. In the meantime, let's jump back to Batman, which has also caught the top three cars. And we'll see, you know, as you see, these cars are topping out at about, well, depending on the straightaway, anywhere from 140 to 160 miles an hour as they come along the straightaway. Let's jump back here to OT. It looks like he spun out in the S turn, but he was able to get it corrected. And that probably puts Lackey Boom really close to catch him there. Well, he's still a couple seconds behind. And then let's jump back here to Cyborg, which looks like he did an unscheduled pit stop. Either he has damage that he wants to fix, or his car just was not handling very well. It looks like Dad's Taxi Service is also making a pit stop. And we are going to go back to the number one position, see where he's at. And it looks like Miami Guru in that process has taken second place from Sledge, and no Batman is right on Sledge's rear end, and PT Performance has broke away with probably about looks like about like an 8-car breakaway. And the battle right now is for second, third, and fourth position. So we're going to put it on the third position car here and watch this race, watch this little competition here unfold as they go through the S turns. And they're going down the straightaway, and it looks like Batman is catching Sledge. He's going to try to look at the inside. And we got a 3-car battle. Miami cuts out. but he was able to correct it, and they are going through the long sweeping turn. Sorry about that. And it looks like Sledge is taking second place away from Batman. Batman got a little bit loose there, and Sledge was able to benefit from that. And Miami Guru is caught, but it looks like Batman is catching up to Sledge. Sledge gets really loose and hits a little bit of the grass there, and so does Batman and Miami Guru as they make it back on the track, and lost a little bit of momentum. But Sledge's car is really kicking out there. But it's almost like he's fast enough to be bad loose. But he's able to control that car, so we'll see how much longer he can do that as they go down the straightaway right before the S turns. And it still looks like PT Performance has a 2-second lead. And he's got cut it in a little bit too close and took out a couple of those little cones there on the side of the race. And we're back where Sledge has almost a second lead over Batman, and Miami Guru is just 1/10 of a second behind. Batman takes it from Miami, or no, Batman is already there, sorry. Miami Guru is catching up to him. He's about half second behind him right now. What an exciting race for second place. Second, third, and fourth place is really close together. They're within a half second of each other. And it looks like Dad's Taxi Service and Cyborg has both went a lap down. And, pitting. So their hope is that everybody else has to pit. It sure looks like we have somebody off the track a little bit. And we have a race for 5th place right now. No, we don't. And we are back up here to the leaders. Well, PT Performance now has a 1.6 second lead over Sledge. Sledge is holding out on second place. And they go down the straightaway. We're going to jump up here to PT Performance. See, he's just riding up there going, you know what? We can't make no mistakes today, and we're going to win this race. Let's just keep cool, calm. Let's not overthink things. Just let the car do the work. All I'm doing is directing it. And then jump back here to second place and see where Sledge is at. It looks like they're all still within about a half second of each other. Miami Guru is 0.6 seconds behind. And at this time, we're going to take a little intermission and go to commercial break, which is not really commercial break. I will be right back. Okay, we are back live here. We're still looking at Sledge, and it still looks like he's up. He's on a hot lap right now, at half second up his best time. And PT Performance just had his fastest sector 1 at 37.22 seconds. And as they go through the S turn, looks like Sledge's fastest time is going to improve. And we are 0.3 of a second between third and second place, which we're going to jump the third place car. There we are. As Batman is about ready to take the position from Sledge, see if Sledge can't hold it off, and PT Performance is still about 4 or 5 car lengths ahead of him. And Sledge and Batman. Batman moves to the inside, see if he can make a stick, and no, he does not. Sledge was able to cut it out wide and keep the momentum, but Batman is still right on his rear end. You know, here in Shatterbone Game Hosting, it would be Cyborg now. The Cyborg, when he first started racing, he used to love getting on people's rear end and just intimidating them. And it does look like Batman takes second place. We'll see if he can run away with it, or does Sledge have something for him to counter that move. There was no crossover move there, but we are, oh, and Batman slides it, but he was able to correct it somehow, but he lost, it looks like his tires got really dirty, and Miami Guru was able to take third position from him, so that one little mistake puts Batman back to fourth position, but it does look like he's recovered, and he was able to get up there one time. I'm sure he's going to fight his way back up to the front, and we're going to jump back here to OT. It looks like our last three cars are all struggling today with this race, but we're in, oh, and it looks like Miami Guru slides into the infield, and he's able to turn that car around. I wonder if he got any damage there. Oh, and we have Sledge that's around. So second, third, and fourth place cars both slid around, and now that leaves No One Batman and PT Performance in the top running positions right now. Looks like both those drivers, we're going to keep an eye on them, see if they're going to jump into the pits. See if there was any damage to those cars. Then after that, we'll jump up there and take a look. It looks like No Batman is 4 seconds behind the leader. You know, being that far ahead, being PT Performance, you know, you cannot relax, because I've done that many times on the racetrack. You know, think, okay, I got a 5-second lead, let's relax a little bit, save a little bit of the car, and you start losing momentum and you lose that edge. So let's hope he's not going to do that. I'm sure he's professional enough to know, but sometimes, you know, that just gets away from you. You get relaxed and you start thinking, you know what, 4-second lead, and as you see, the 4.5 second lead went down to 4.1. Now it's back up to 5-second lead. We'll just make sure we'll keep an eye here. It does not look like either one of those drivers are going to pit. They're going to stay out and deal with what they got. And let's jump up here to Batman, see where he's at. Looks like these cars have went away a little bit as he goes out into the grass, but he's able to pull it back. You know, I don't know how much of this is the drivers over driving it or the car's just going away. Are the tire pressures too high? The car just seems like it's got loose, really loose here in the last couple laps. But we'll see what he can do to adjust it. I know there's some adjustments these guys can do inside the car. But we'll sit here. It looks like he's 7 seconds behind the leader. Let's jump up to PT, and it looks like Lackey Boom has moved up to 5th position, which puts OTA back to 6th position. Miami Guru, we're gonna go into Miami. He is in the pits. And that car just after that spin, he just probably could not handle it. He wanted new tires. And, you know, this is, even though these drivers are making pits, PT Performance, Batman, Sledge, and Lackey Boom all have not pitted yet. So, if the top 4 have not pitted, when their car goes away, they're probably going to end up coming in pits. Even though this is not a mandatory pit, we do, when your car goes away and you start losing seconds, You know, right now, he has a 44-second lead over that. But if you're losing 2 to 3 seconds a lap because the cars at pit have fresher tires, you know, what call are you going to make? Are you going to come in and get fresh tires? You're going to hold out, because if you hold out too long, then if you do need to come in, then you done lost that lead because you stayed out. So there's a point where once you commit to stay out, you stay out the whole race. Otherwise, you end up losing the race. Part of the pit strategy, and the crew chiefs are there. Along with him for a little bit and see what's happening. And looks like he has a 12-13 second behind the leader. Well, speaking of leader, let's jump up there and see how he's doing, see how his car's handling. You know, he still looks like he has a pretty good handling car. He's probably going to try to run this race all the way through. We will have to see there. And if we jump over here to our time thing, and right now this is the fastest lap is made by PT Performance, you know, that clean air, and he's on lap 16. 13 seconds behind him is No One Batman, then 19 seconds. So it looks like Sledge is catching up a little bit. And then we got Lackey Boom at 38 seconds, Miami Guru at 42 seconds, OTA at 46 seconds, and then Cyborg is at 1 minute and 1 second in last place. Time penalties right now is we got No One Batman at 1 second, and you have OTA at 1 second are the two penalties for either cutting corners or speeding on pit road. You know, I did not see where they got those penalties, but they're there. Oh boy, wrong button. And then we're going to jump back over here, get rid of this, and keep an eye on PT Performance, which is dominating and pulling away for this race. You know, it does look like his car is getting a little loose now, but is it manageable to the end? We have 25 minutes left here in this race. And once you know it, you should make sure your batteries are up before you start a long race like this. So at this time, we're going to take a little intermission, and we're going to jump away to replace those batteries so we are not missing out on any of the action. At this time, we're going to go to another commercial break that it consists of you just sitting here watching the race, and I'll be right back. There again, sorry about that. And as we're keeping an eye on PT Performance, oh, do you see that? He slid that, almost did Tokyo Drift around there. And we have No One Batman, looks like he got 13 seconds behind the leader. You know, he's 2 seconds off of his fastest lap, meaning he's probably just kind of, you know what, I have a 13 second lead. We're just going to make sure this car don't spin out, and we're going to play this race smart and see if we can't get a W here. Whoa, and then he gets a little loose and smacks the wall. That is a game changer. Now, he was able to correct it, but we don't know how much damage he has there. keep an eye on him. Visually, I don't see no damage, but we don't know if he ruined the shock. He could have broke a shock there. We'll just have to keep an eye on him and watch his performance. And, you know, and right now, even though my Batman will take the lead if he goes in, he should be able to come out before Sledge. Well, it depends on how much damage. You know, is he going to roll the dice and just stay out as long as he can? Oh, there's something definitely wrong with this car. You hear how he had to put the clutch in and just coast around that corner. But I think if he babies it, well, I don't know. There's 20 minutes left in this. That's an awful long time just to go around. He only has a 10-second lead. We'll keep an eye on Batman's time if he starts losing time. But he is all over the road. And he flips the car, and he's able to get it going again, but he flipped the car there. Definitely something is wrong with that car. He's going to have to bring it in. That is definitely a race changer as he comes into pits. And it does look like no Batman is taking the lead. So we have a leader as PT Performance gets a little loose and he hits the wall and rolls his car, although his car looks really good considering he rolled it. But in any case, we're going to keep it here with PT Performance and see how long it takes here. Now he's not changing any tires, just like he's going to fix the damage and see where it's going. And we have another car that was around up in the S turns. It does look like that was it looks like we have a couple more drivers that's going down pit lane. We have Sledge that's in the pits and PT Performance. We'll take it back up here to. Now that costly little mistake there has costed PT Performance back to the last place position. And we're going to jump up here to, looks like Miami Guru and Cyborg are battling for 4th position. Cyborg has it right now, but Miami Guru has caught him and see if he has anything for Cyborg. Now just with the twist of the steering wheel, the race completely changed. We had PT Performance dominated the first 30 minutes of this race, and you know, his car just got loose and hit the wall. I mean, I hate to see that, you know, but we will go back to here where we are battling for 4th position, where Miami Guru is half a second behind Cyborg for 4th position. And right now, it looks like 3rd and 4th are all no Batman has now came into the pits. We'll have to jump there to see what happened with him. Apparently he had some issues or something. And we'll jump up here to Lackey Boom, which is now taking the 1st position with that number 8 ball looking hot rod. And we're going to jump. Now he has the lead by 17 seconds. We're going to go back to Miami Guru and Cyborg, which is now 3rd and 2nd place. They are battling out for 2nd to see who can get that position that's going to go up and challenge the leader. And Miami Guru is able to stick it in the corner. The cars look like they have come together a little bit. And they are running about a car length from each other. And we're going to keep it here, see if Miami Guru has anything for him. Another battle, Sledge and no Batman is battling out. We're going to go to Sledge, see if he can't take it from the Batman. And he gets a little wide, but he's able to save it. We have about 3 races with inside the, or 2 races with inside the race. We are battling for 2nd and 3rd. And then we're also battling for 5th and 4th. But the 5th and 4th, battling for that 4th position seems to be a little bit closer, so we're going to keep it here. Whole time we're keeping an eye on Lackey Boom, which is 17 seconds ahead of Miami Guru. And it does look like Miami Guru took it from Cyborg. So that puts Miami Guru in 2nd and Cyborg in 3rd. And then we're looking at Sledge has dropped back a little bit. Let's jump up here to Cyborg and see. No, Cyborg has got caught by Batman. It looks like that Cyborg car keeps coming in and out of 1 lap, 2 laps, it's good, and then it seems like it falls away a little bit. We'll see here, see if No Batman can catch him. And wow, what an exciting race we're having here. We're getting battles with inside the race, and you know, it seems like no matter who has that lead, they pull away and then something happens. I don't know if it's the driver gets too comfortable or the car just gets very unstable in the clean air. And Cyborg was able to hold off back. I'm looking, Batman is all over him. We just gotta wonder when Cyborg's gonna make a little mistake, but he's a really high-performing driver. You don't make too many mistakes, but you know, weirder things have happened in this world, right? Welcome, viewer. If you're just joining in, we are 15 minutes left in this race, and we've had exciting races, probably about 5 different leaders right now. We've had a car over. PT Performance was 20 seconds ahead of the leader and was able to hit the wall and end up having to go into pits. I do believe everybody has pitted with the exception of Miami Guru and Lackey Boom. And right now we are looking at 3rd and 4th place battle, which looks like Batman took it from Cyborg. And Sledge is closing in on Cyborg. But Cyborg is still holding with him. Maybe he just said, you know what, you got a little bit better car than I got. You're just going to have to go ahead and we'll just make it up. We'll wait for your car to go away. Or, you know, Cyborg's car is looking really loose. Nevertheless, that driver, he comes from a dirt course racing. And he likes his cars to be a little bit on the loose side. And as we're going to jump up here to first place car, see how Lackey Boom's doing. You know, I call it the 8-ball car. Yeah, it looks like his car came in the long run. And he was able to just, at one point, he was at last place. And he just didn't give up. And we had a couple leaders have some issues, have to dive into pits, and here Lackey Boom is leading the race. If you know, if he can keep up with it and just not get overconfident and hope his car stays together and doesn't turn loose, because that's what looks like it happened to PT Performance. Is he had a very fast race car, and the car just got bad loose, and he lost control of it going around the corner and hit the wall. Well, you know, that's how it started there with PT Performance, where he started getting loose, and, you know, you try to make compensation for it, but sometimes, you know, you want to win. You want to push that car to the limits. That's why we call this auto racing. And let's jump back here to Miami Guru and Batman, and we'll see the interval here is Miami Guru's 1.8 seconds ahead of Batman. And it looks like Cyborg is into the wall. And he spins it around. And we're just going to wonder if he's going to end up. Oh, and he is done. He blew an engine and he said, you know what? Come get me, crew. You know, these cars, I thought I had a really good car, but you know, hey, we're going to, in a little bit, let him get out of his jumpsuit and whatnot, and we're going to invite him in here, see if he can go commentate with us and call the rest of this race and find out what happened to his car. Let's go ahead and jump back up here to Guru. And Batman looks like they're battling for second and third position. And we're going to go ahead and break away a little bit, see if we can't get Cyborg over here and see what happened with the race. We're going to invite him in over here. You know, we never know. You know, it's a good possibility he'll join and help. He's my co-broadcaster on D4C, which is a NASCAR group that we broadcast every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys are interested in some mobile action, tune in this Thursday at 8 p.m. And we are still with Miami Guru has second place, 17 seconds behind, and Batman is in third place, just 0.2 of a second behind Miami Guru. Lackey Boom has lost a little bit of his lead at 16 seconds. Now he's back up to 17 seconds, and No One Batman has cut the lead back down to 2.88. And we're going to see if we got a little bit of see if One No Batman is able to catch him and take Miami Guru for second position. And here shortly we'll jump up there to the first place car, see how he's handling, because he was a little bit loose. Right now it looks like he has a full straightaway lead on the second and third place car. And it looks like One No Batman got a little on the outside, hung it out a little bit wide, but here he's looking to the inside and he's not able to make a stick, but he's all over Miami as they come through the sweeping right turn, coming up to another right turn before the long sweeping left turn. And we're just going to have to keep an eye on Miami gets a little wide, see if One No Batman can capitalize on that, and looks like he has gained. Oh, and then One No Batman gets wide, brushes the wall a little bit, but he is able to save it. It just looked like he put a little bit too much gas. You know, with these Type B prototype cars, you know, they have a lot of horsepower underneath them, and, you know, you give it a little bit too much gas going around the corner, especially 40 minutes into this race. We are down to 10 minutes to go. And right now, since we're at 10 minutes to go, we're going to go through the running order again. Lackey Boom, which has not pitted yet. He is in first position with the 15.9 second lead over Miami Guru, which is in second position. And he has a 2-second lead over No One Batman. And it looks like No One Batman has recovered from that little scrape of the wall. We're going to jump back to No One Batman. Just got into a little bit of argument with the wall, but it sure looks like his car is still, you know, it's a little on the loose side. Let's see if he can make adjustments in his driving style to keep that car on the racetrack. And let's go back to Sledge, which had a couple issues, but he's 29 seconds behind the leader. And it does look like PT Performance has retaken fifth, and he's slowly trying to get back up there. He's 45 seconds behind the leader. And then we're going to go to OTA in the black and red car, number 9 car, and he's in last place, and they are all on the lead lap now. So, you know, I might have been a little mistaken. You know, maybe Lackey Boom there hit in to the pits, and I did not see it, because if he didn't pit, everybody would be a lap down. But as it looks, we have another driver on pits right now, and we're going to have to see who that is. It looks like it is, oh no, that pit guy is Cyborg had a blown engine and he retired from the race. His crew had to come out there and get him.
Yes, sir.
And how are you doing?
Yep.
I'm glad
Hello,
you could.
race fans.
I'm glad you could join us. So how was that race out there? It looked like you had a bad loose car. You were able to come back a little bit.
Well, unfortunately, on beginning start of the race, everybody checked up real bad, so I had about 4%, 5% damage, and then had a couple little altercation with a couple of drivers there, and just kind of got real loose, and then had one spin and brought it up to about 38% damage on the motor, and had some aero damage, and then Batman and I were going at it pretty good there. I went super wide, and once you hit the grass with these vintage cars, the motor went. So unfortunately, it kind of retired my day for team.
Oh, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but our leader just hit the wall in the S turns. Oh no, he's going into pits, and he hit the wall.
Yeah, leader
so
has to pit. Yeah.
So I was right. He was the only one that has not pitted yet.
Yeah.
And that's gonna put Miami Guru in first place. 3.5 seconds behind that, we have Batman.
Guru has got a very ill-handling car.
He does.
He's got a lot of damage.
You know, PT Performance, I feel really bad for that man. He was dominating. He had a 20-second lead, and he just started slowly getting loose. It does look like Lackey Boom is coming out of the pits at 4th position. And we're just going to see how this race. You know, right now we have Miami Guru in first position. Sledge is in second position with 14 seconds behind. And I'm going to put it over to you for a little bit. Are you watching this race as we're speaking here?
Yes, I am there. Yes, I am, Mr. Big D. So right now, Mr. Miami Guru out in front with the ill-handling car. He's got a lot of damage for a car that's all torn up. He's doing a pretty good job. On is Mr. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer has been having a great run tonight. He was your number 2 qualifier here at Silverstone Classic. He's definitely getting it on there. And then down to as soon as I get my telemetry rolling here, it wants to be.
And while you're doing that, we just got news in that PT Performance has blown a motor and retired from this race. So we are down to 5 drivers. So,
yeah, unfortunately. I'm board with Mr. Batman. Batman there, he's your leader of this series, the host. And let me go over to trackside here, because I like the trackside view. So your number 4, Batman, sitting in the Ferrari in your number 2 position. 21.919, well, he's moving up, 22.168 coming through the chicane before the start-finish line. Mr. Lackey Boom, your leader, got in the pit. Don't take Lackey Boom to the side. I'll tell you what, he's had some pretty rough races this season, but he's somehow always been able to hit his marks, hit his breaking points, and be able to prevail on the top. Or Taco, the number driver, he is making his debut for here, this vintage Prototype B. He's definitely making a good run here. There's no doubt about it. Now, we'll go back up to the leader.
His name is Taco. I've been calling him OTA.
Yeah, Otako, but we just he's making his debut here. We call him Otako, or how do you pronounce? We just call him Taco. So that's what we just call him now. He just got acquired that nickname there, but he's definitely a very talented driver making his debut here. Where's your Proto Vintage B-type cars? Over to you, Mr. Big D.
Well, we're going to jump back up here to before Cyborg here came in here, we were going through running orders. So we're going to go in-car camera with our leader, Miami Guru. And like Cyborg said here, you can tell his car is not handling very good, but he does have a 13-second lead over Sledge, which is in second place. And let's pan back here to Sledge. And Sledge's car still looks like it's handling really well as long as he don't overdrive it. Earlier in the race, he was battling with Miami Guru, and he just overdrove it. Yeah, there's Cyborg.
Yeah, I will definitely give Sledgehammer definitely credit there. He's pretty new to the Project Cars 2 series here. And I see he just turned his headlights on there. He's definitely making an impact on this series. He's really up and coming. I definitely got to give him 5 stars. I mean, he's really coming around here. on the Project Cars 2 race series here at the Project Cars Racing Club. So he's definitely looking good there in the Team Ford car.
And now we jump back to One No Batman. Like you said, he's the host of this race. What do you got? What information do you have with Batman on this race?
Batman, he's definitely handling the car. It's getting real loose. His rear end wants to kick around on him. He's definitely fighting it, but he's able to save it there. But he's definitely a guy from Ireland. There he goes, sliding sideways around the corner. Look at that. He looks like Ken Brock. But definitely what I tell you, a guy from Ireland. He's got a bundle of talent. A guy that a force to be reckoned with, though. So he's one of the, we call the creepy fast guys there. He goes a little wide coming on the bridge. He looks like his car is really super tight and really sensitive there.
Looking at the cockpit view of his car, riding in with him, he sure is sawing at that wheel.
He got a slow down. Yeah,
Did he get a slow down?
But yeah, he got a slow down, but he's back up and running. So
no
harm, no foul.
We got 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this race, so we're going to jump back up here to the leaders and see if we can get a little bit of in-race action going for second and third place.
So your running order there, race fans, you got Miami Guru, Sledgehammer, Batman, Lackey Boom, and Taco, your top 5 drivers. Your retired drivers is myself, SBGH Cyborg. PT Performance, it's unfortunate. He is definitely making a great run out of Germany, but unfortunately he's just not having the best of luck here. 31 down, getting ready to go 32. Miami Guru looks like he's got this wrapped up. If he doesn't make a mistake, he's going to get himself another series race win here on the Prototype B there, D.
Right, you know, and I mean, this race still has a 50-some seconds in it, so let's hope that car don't get too loose, because earlier I was talking about TP Performance. All he had to do is just kind of keep that car in check, and, you know, he hit the wall. This is still anybody's game as Miami gets a little loose on that turn.
Yeah, I seen that there, D. I'll tell you what, D. I drive these cars, dude. They're fun. But I'm going to tell you what right now, they are a handful. For you viewers out there, they're in Project Cars too. Hop in one of these cars, and they will definitely test your ability to drive. Over to you, D.
Yeah, and as we are wrapping down to 10 seconds to go, so as soon as he passes the start-finish line, everybody will get a chance to finish the race with the lap that they are on. And I believe Project Cars gives them about a minute and a half to be able to finish, so they do not get a DNF. Yes. And as he is about ready to do the second long right turn and then go through the long sweeping left turn. He is about halfway done. He has 4 more turns before he takes the checkered flag here.
D, you can definitely tell Miami Guru's got a chassis problem because his right-hand tires are really cold and his inside left tires are just right up the par. So that chassis got some issues going on there. But yeah, they're going to go ahead and do a cool-down lap after everybody finishes up here.
And here we go. He gets the straightaway, and the headlights are going off as he hits the wall. Says, "You know what? I'm done. My car sucks. I'm just gonna tear it up, man."
Yeah, Guru is gonna definitely tear this car up. I'm gonna get your racers in here, and we'll see if we can do a post-race interview with your top 3 drivers. So let me see if I can get these guys in here. So we're gonna get Miami in here doing a victory. And we'll get, who else we need to get in here? We get Hammer.
I can honestly say, he had to work for that win. That was not handed to any one of these drivers. And Miami just came out on top. He was at the right place at the right time.
Right. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it there. So let me get the guys in here in the booth, all the drivers in here. I'm looking for Taco here, see if I can find him. I think he's appearing offline here. So let's see if we get these gentlemen in here in 1 second here. I'm trying to get them in here. I'm going to shoot the invite to these gentlemen. Hopefully they get a screenshot here. I'm going to record this race just for my personal interest. And I'm going to get, see if I can get Ortega and them guys in here. And we're going to do an interview. We'll go start with your tops. Start with your third place driver, which will be Batman and Sledge in Miami Guru. Batman, how's it going today? We're going to do an interview with your top 3 drivers. We'll get these drivers in here and get your thoughts about tonight's race here at Silverstone Classic. And there's your second place driver come on in here, trying to get Miami in here. Batman, if you can get Taco in here and PT Formus in here, I'd really appreciate it. I'd like to get a thoughts and what these guys thought about tonight's race. So give us a minute there, viewers, and we're going to do a post interview with the top 3 drivers. But as we were saying there, while we're getting drivers in the booth here, there, Mr. Big D. But I tell you what, you know, great hands award to Miami Guru. He definitely stepped up to the program there. Top-notch driver there. He did just a brilliant job out here. And your Sledgehammer there, he's making a debut here in this series. He did a great job as well. So there's your winner. So let's get the rest of the drivers in here so they can listen to these guys in a booth. Gentlemen, we're going to do a post-race interview with the top 3 drivers. And yes, I appreciate you guys including the audio. So viewers, give us a little bit in here, and we're going to do a post-race interview with these drivers. I'm sure they're exhausted. McGee. That's right. And, there's PT Formus. We're going to get an interview with the top 3 drivers, and then we'll go through the field. Lackey Boom, unfortunately, does not have a microphone right now, so we're not going to be able to do a post-interview with that gentleman this evening until he gets a microphone. So he'll be getting one here pretty soon. So right now, I'm going to look at the chat.
Anyway, so hold on.
All right, yeah, go ahead there, and we're going to interview you last. And then I think we're just missing Taco and Lackey Boom. And then we'll get post-race interviews here. So we'll give it a few minutes. Okay, not a problem. So we'll wait for Guru to get back in here, and so we can hear what's going on with tonight's race. So, but I want to turn the mic over to Big D and go ahead and interview No One Batman, your host lobby of these vintage prototype there. Over to you, D.
So, No One Batman, that was a very exciting race. Can you tell us exactly what was happening there, you know, throughout that race in your perspective? Because it looked like you had a car that was really good, and you were battling for second, third. You were up there, you know, looking at first, and all of a sudden it went away, and then you were able to make a return. Can you give us a little insight on what's happening on your side? Right. Yeah, sitting here in a booth watching you guys, you can almost see like that guy's getting a little bit loose, and then a couple laps later, then it's into the grass and into the wall. I've seen a couple drivers. I believe you were even the one that brushed that inside wall a couple times. But I do want to say. Well, it was very exciting watching you battle up and then have a couple mistakes, jump back, and then be able to get back up there in the top 3. Very congratulations on your third place position. Yeah, you made it very interesting here. And now, Cyborg, why don't we go ahead and go over to Sledge, and the mic is all yours.
Hey, what's going on, Sledgehammer? You got a copy on Cyborg up here in the booth?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you feeling tonight there? Excellent run there. You got the number 2 pole position there this evening. How was the car feeling? What was your thoughts today's evening? Congratulations on your P2 position.
Thanks. Pretty fun race. A lot of close calls. A lot of just dialing the car. You know, these cars don't have a lot of grip in the long run, and I think that was my best finish with Project Cars Racing Club. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely congratulations to you, man. You've definitely been stepping up to the program. Even though you're a NASCAR driver, no pun intended, but I tell you what, Sledge, you are definitely stepping up to the Project Cars too. But yeah, great finish for you, Sledge. Big hands to you. You know, I mean, awesome finish. Great job, man. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Miami Guru, you got a copy.
Bonjour.
How you doing, Miami? I know you had a ill-handling car tonight, and you had a lot of incidents. Did you ever think that you would ever be able to finish out in P2?
P1.
Or P1, I'm sorry, P1?
But
Sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
My car
As we're
handled okay,
opening
I
up the
just-
bottle
I'm
of champagne.
Not very good. But no, I didn't. But I guess everyone else made a few more mistakes than me, so I managed to not crash. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your P1 finish and great job running out of the United Kingdom, man. And you're definitely a talented driver. I mean, I was surprised myself. I didn't think you were able to do it. I knew your car was running really rough and you had a lot of issues. I noticed your right side tires were really cold, but your left side tires were in the green. So obviously you had a lot of damage on that car. But big shout out to you.
Bit of
Excellent
front
job.
end, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on
over to-
winning. I would have to say, you know, if you were in America, I'd say you should go get a lottery ticket because you were at all the right places at the right time. Because like Cyborg said, watching you, you were all over the track. Although you did have a couple really good battles with Sledge and No One Batman. But then at the end of the race, it's just you positioned yourself to be able to benefit from a couple mishaps throughout this race. Congratulations as we open up the champagne bottle as you guys do it across seas and celebrate with a little champagne.
Well done.
So, with that being said, congratulations, your top three drivers, your P drivers. Your P driver number one, Miami Guru, your 5'8". Second place position is Sledgehammer, and your third place position, your host lobby for Project Cars Racing Club, No One Batman. Congratulations to you. I want to go ahead and scroll on down to PT Performance. PT Performance, you got a copy on Cyborg in the booth?
Yes, sir.
How you doing over there in Germany? You had a great car going, and I know you had a blown motor. Can you lighten us on what went on, and what's your thoughts on tonight's race?
It went pretty well at the beginning. I didn't have a broken motor, I just did a mistake and
Oh.
rolled the car over. So it went
All right.
downhill after that. And
Yeah, well, I ended
after
up
the
blowing
pit
my
stop, I
motor
hit
today.
the
I know the
invisible
feeling.
wall.
Oh, that's too
But
bad.
that's not the excuse, I was already at the back. So yeah.
Well,
that was the race
congratulations
for
to
me
you.
today.
You did you were definitely had a bad fast card. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that because I definitely need it.
Head
for,
off now, boys.
So,
I'll,
but that's not a problem.
I'll see you Friday.
All right.
on
Real
touring
quick
cars,
before you take
which
off.
is all,
Oh yeah, you know, and by the way, viewers, we'll be broadcasting hopefully on Friday for Miami Gurus for the touring cars. Definitely want to tune in for that. That's definitely excitement. Yeah, stay tuned. And Batman, you want to go ahead and let us, our fans and our viewers, let us know where next week's race is at?
Well, Ryan's championship's going to be in the Hockenheim Classic. Qualifying is going to be in the race is going to be in the rain.
Oh.
The game is
So you heard it, everybody. So you're going to stay tuned for that. We're going to play in the puddles and play in the rain. I want to give a big shout out to all the drivers. Taco, great job on your debut. Good finish. Congratulations to you. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Big D. We'll conclude this broadcast. Excellent job and beautiful. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, congratulations,
you there,
Miami,
Biggie.
all the way down to the last place car. You guys all did a really good job. And that ends our broadcast. And there again, as he was saying, the next race, which if you're interested in keeping tuned, you have a good one.
And that would
8:30
be
p.m.
for you people for you people in America, 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern Time. Stay tuned. Definitely epic racing going on. Brought to you by Project Cars Racing Club, owner Dad's Taxi Service. Some great guys. Check it out. Get involved. Great stuff. Take care of Batman. Appreciate it.
Brilliant. Fun,
All
lads.
right.
Head
Take
off, you
care.
guys. Nice racing today.
All right,
See
PT.
you next time.
That concludes our broadcast, brought to you by Shatterbone Game Hosting. Stay tuned for next week's race, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cyborg signing off with my partner.
One bigger D.
German.
D. As we
All right.
wrap this up right here, one last thing before I shut off this broadcast. You can also keep tuned of where we're broadcasting next at Shatterbone Game Hosting Facebook page. Just search us, and then I put posts out when we're about ready to go live, so you'll get a notification there to be able to tune into the race. We also put our broadcasts on our YouTube channel, so you can search SB Gaming H is our channel name on that one. And